From Parker Rink, it's Saturday night, hockey night on the Gaddis Way. Bernie Corbett, Mark Linehan here on ESPN Plus as the Terriers get ready again for the challenge of the UNH Wildcats. Going to fill a lane. DeHaro turns, swats it immediately. Couldn't clear it out. Poirier kept it in. McCarthy shot at a goal. Looked like a tip in front from Swoboda, and the Terriers have a 1-0 lead. It was deflected to the far corner and cleared back. Attack zone time for the Wildcats. Fitzgerald, far circle for a shot and a goal. We're tied. Far circle, McDonald. And again, Mark, weak side, open, good shooting position for McDonald, buries it. Puck contested far wall in the UNH zone. Murtagh grabs it. Hudson open for a shot and a goal. Goal Hudson. Snaps the wrister, bar down, and beats Chauvette, which hasn't been easy this weekend. And the Terriers have the lead back. Trying to jailbreak the other way. Ring up over the line. He's in the far circle. He holds. Gives it back to Carr. Save made by Lacroix. Follow-up is blocked in front. Frechette. First man. Played it back defensively. Hudson leaves it ahead for Murtagh. Murtagh now charging in. Murtagh's looking to go strong and a goal! Jack Murtagh races down the left wing side and manages to get high enough to beat Chauvette up under the arm there. Now for Hudson, and it turns over. And now Gagnon is gone. He's in. Gagnon. Save made by Lacroix as Gagnon deked to his forehand, and Lacroix was right there to stone him cold. Boyman lost it to Harvey. Winters, though, gets it back. Winters serves it in. McPherson checked there. McPherson looks to get it back. Tret the way. Goes back up through the middle. Bednarik to the far wing. Yzerman now 2-on-1 with Harvey. Yzerman holds to Harvey. And a goal! Jack Harvey on a sweet feed from Yzerman. Well disguised by Cole Yzerman and buried by Jack Harvey on the jump.
Well, we finally got
it for Swoboda. Now Poirier got spun. And DeHaro right back. Up over the line, Ring. Drop for a slapper by Winters. Saved chest high by a butterflying Lacroix. And he'll hang on for a face-off deep in the BU zone. Winters got a chance. Got a man down central for a shot. The Terriers block it. Follow-up. It looks like Lacroix just did get a piece of that.
Yeah, he got his blocker on the first one.
And now the Cats with some open ice. Swiftly over the Terrier line comes Scraston's. Scraston centers it in a goal. Scraston's goal mouth feed, and McPherson is there to reroute it home. And the Cats are within 2 with 4:29 left. Cats get control. Gagnon at the half wall. Slides back. Fitzgerald with a long shot save. Rebound loose and a goal. Nick Ring follows up. Cashes in. Goes up high. And really no chance for Lacroix on that rebound. Not through traffic wide. Ring trying to center one. McCarthy now got a chance. And McCarthy will tumble it up ahead. And here is Yzerman with the empty net to put it away for the Terriers with 17.9 left. So final score with Yzerman adding the empty netter. Boston University 5 and UNH 3.
For you, Cole, on the far left there, where did that assist come from? I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before.
I have no idea. I kind of just did it. Kind of seemed right. I know the goalie kind of stood his ground on shots, so decided if I try to fake it and get it over, it would work. Done it in practice a few times and decided to try to do it. So.
How good did it feel to pull it off?
It was nice. It was nice. I went in the back of the net and we went up a few, so definitely felt good.
And then to score that at the end after having the goal offsides, how did that feel for you?
Yeah, it felt great. I don't think I've scored an empty net goal in 8 years, so that felt pretty nice, and it was nice to get one back.
8 years?
Probably, yeah.
I scored one last year.
Do you know what? Do you know where you were 8 years ago?
Probably Middlesex Islanders, probably playing like the Junior Eagles or something.
Yeah.
So.
For you, Cole, just when you scored a goal, it seemed like you kind of took a sigh of relief there. Just talk about what you were feeling in that moment.
Yeah, I was gripping my stick pretty tight. It's been a while since I scored, and I've been getting chances, and they just haven't been going for me. So, just felt good to get that one.
We hear the term gripping stick too tight quite a bit. Can you just describe as a player kind of like what that means and what it feels like when you're not seeing them go in?
Yeah, just when they're not going in, you're like, what are you doing wrong? Goalie could be making good saves, or you're constantly shooting in the same spot, which I was, and just kind of changed the angle and shot it low for once.
Anything else from players?
For anyone who wants to answer, what was it like for you guys on the bench on the ice, like late in the third period when they started pushing?
Yeah, I thought, we had a really good energy. We had really good kind of, we wanted to play for each other tonight, and that's what our main goal was. And, it got, obviously when they start scoring, it gets quieter, but, I think a lot of guys did a really good job of kind of bringing some energy back and making sure, we have the same goal and get it done. And obviously coach did a good job of making sure that we're, ready to go.
Just for either of you guys, just given your spot in the MPI, and obviously Hockey East is really important in the tournament, can you just describe what's important about these remaining games, even if they're not really going to help you in at-large that much?
Yeah, we got to play every game. Like I said, this time together is so special, and could go as far as it did last year. It could be done whatever day it is, but we got to make sure every game, we're super grateful for it and make sure we're doing everything right.
What did you think was better about tonight's performance as opposed to last night?
I thought, I think we got a really good first period. I just thought we should try to stick to it. We didn't get away from it as much as we have in the past, and proud of our group.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Just your overall thoughts.
Yeah, I thought the first period was really good. I think they really only had one chance. They had a couple chances on broken plays. I thought we played well. We go into the second period 1-1. I thought in the second we got away from it a little bit at times, but I still thought our effort was there. We come out of that with a lead, which was huge for us. It's been a while, I feel like, where we're going into the third with a 3-1 lead. And then I thought in the third period we came out really good, and then we go up. We think we're up 5-1, and then there's a really long. I think that really hurt our momentum as a group. It just seemed like we weren't as sharp after that for whatever reason. They pushed at the end, which is going to happen. I just think that hurt us when that goal didn't count for whatever reason. We're up 5-1, we're feeling pretty good. I don't know how long the break was. It seemed like forever. We didn't get that push going right away again. So I think that hurt us a bit. But what I thought was good is, they make it 4-3 on the power play goal. Morello's line goes out there, Rook and Benny Merrill, and they had a 30, 40-second shift in the O zone, and I think that helped settle us down. And we got the job done at the end, and really happy for Max Lacroix. Good for him. Gets an opportunity tonight. Does a heck of a job for us. He made some big saves, some key saves. So good for him.
What went into that decision to give him a start on?
I just think, just to give Yegi a break, things aren't going well for our team. Things aren't not going well in front of them. Just a reset. We got some time here before we get back into league action against BC. So give him just a chance to reset. Give Max an opportunity. He deserves it. He works really hard. Great teammate, great kid. He deserves a start.
Is the plan to start Mike on Friday against BC?
Yeah, that's too far ahead. But yeah, Mike's going to get back in the net for sure.
Coach, you talked about recently a few games where you guys have been out shooting them opponents in the first, outplaying opponents in the first, but once again, it's a tie game after one. Do you feel like your team has gotten experience with, and maybe they're figuring out how to handle the kind of frustration that comes with that?
Yeah, I thought for the most part we did a pretty good job, and we obviously finished a couple of chances in the second where that helps relax your group a little bit. But yeah, we've been in that situation a lot. Obviously not last night. There was a start we didn't. That wasn't very good. Tonight was, you still won one. Outshot them, I think 16-6, something like that. But yeah, we stuck with it. I thought overall, we obviously had some different line combinations. I like what I saw from a couple of them. I thought the Bovair, Svoboda, Fondrick line was very good. Very good. They made an unbelievable play. I don't know if it hit the guy with Bovair. I don't know if there was no goalie in the net, so I think it must have hit. Guy must have blocked it. But what a play that was! They seem to have some pretty good chemistry. So it was good to see some different line combinations and for them to have success.
Obviously.
Coach, 2-3 games a week because of Beanpot, but now going into this week-long break, how are you going to tackle that heading into such a big home-and-home series against BC?
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for us to, we know we're not in a great spot. Like we talk about MPI from that standpoint, can't even think about that. But it's just a good chance for us to, get some work in certain areas of our game that we need to be better at going into the BC series. So that's what we have a lot of time to do it. So we'll take advantage of that.
I'm just wondering, what did you learn from last night's loss, and how did that factor into tonight's game plan?
Oh, we learned we had to have a better start. That was really important. We learned that we had to get to the net more. We were much better getting to the net tonight, no question about it, especially in the first. We had 2 guys inside most of the night. We just, like I said, we came out with 1 goal, obviously on a tip. I think it was a double tip. So that was great. That's what we learned, that we needed to be a little harder around their net.
So thinking back to what you said on Monday and just kind of like, you've been trying to get it through to the team what they need to do, but you feel like that message wasn't really being received or wasn't translating to the ice in terms of like mistakes, stuff like that. I know it's only been like a few days, but what do you think the reason is that things are clicking, at least right now?
They're clicking right now? Today? I just, I think you saw some moments tonight where we could be a really good hockey team. Can we do that consistently down the stretch here? We have to if we have any sort of chance to continue playing meaningful hockey. But you do see it. Did we get away from it a little bit in the third? Probably, but we still found a way to win. But there were stretches of that game tonight where I thought we really controlled the play. We were really good in our end, getting going in transition is when we're good, really good in the offensive zone. So it's in there. It's just a matter of doing it. Like I've talked about over the 60 minutes of a hockey game, and it's never going to be perfect. That's not what we're looking for, but we are looking for better execution, be able to sustain play throughout, no matter what's happening. We're capable. It's just, can we do it consistently? And, it's yet to be seen.
Do you think now that it's kind of hockey's championship or bust for you guys to get into the national tournament, that it's maybe easier to kind of focus on a single game at a time?
We don't have a choice, so that it has to be our only focus, right? We're not sitting here right now, being comfortable like we're going to be in the tournament no matter what happens. So, yeah, we don't really have a choice to focus on just one game. You just got to go out and win one game. You just got to go out and win. You just got to continue doing that, and that's what it's like in the tournament, anyways. So this is somewhat like our tournament to get to the tournament.
You changed lines again tonight. Obviously, you like the lines. Is your plan at least to try to get to a place where you can keep the lines consistent for the next, I think it's 3 games until the hockey tournament starts, and you have a place where you know what it's going to be every night? Yeah,
I would love for that to happen. We produced more tonight. I mean, we scored. I know the goal got called back, the Eichmann goal. That would have been five even strength goals, which would have been huge for us. We did get the empty netter to make it 5, but yeah, I like some of the chemistry, in the lines tonight. So yeah, I'd like to see it, same thing, see some consistency with the lines. And again, we have 2 weeks here to kind of get these lines together, and like we just put them together, they haven't played together, right? And some of these combinations haven't played together at all. Obviously the Morello, Rukanakis, Mara line, they're very comfortable together. Obviously I'm very comfortable with those guys. But I think all the other lines haven't been together once, so.
I know you mentioned a lot of time when you change lines, like, you had a bad performance, so kind of have to. Have you considered, kind of sticking through it after one bad performance to see if you can kind of get to a place where you do have the chemistry and you have the same lines, for 5-6 games in a row?
I would like for that to happen for sure. It's to be determined, obviously. Last night again, didn't like our even. We had 1 goal, right? Even strength. So that's why it changes tonight. But tonight we, based off of what I saw, there's potential that these lines could stay together. Hopefully for a foreseeable future. Hopefully it's a long foreseeable future, not 3 or 4 games.
Anything specific that you're gonna want to emphasize in practice or anything like that, like watching video in the next 2 weeks leading up to the BC series?
I think we're trying to just show the guys what it looks like when we do it together and do it consistently, and how it looks. That's the message. Like, the negative part of it has to go away at this point. Like, we gotta show positive things that we're doing well, and hopefully that sticks.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks,
Thank you.